So we talked a little bit about the priorities of team, but then we move into your expectations on the team.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk through a little bit about what your expectations are?
Yeah.
So we talked about openness, collaboration, accountability, risk-taking, leadership, winning, enjoying, clear strategy, focus. You know, what a lot, do you, Pierre? Flipping heck.
Those are they are in you, Tony.
You'd have fired me in the first month.
They are in you, and that's why it's a long list, but it's not so difficult to do.
Okay.
So openness and collaboration. If you start from the top of my list, and again, there is no priority. I think they're all that important. Openness, collaboration. I mean, it's kind of clear, right? I want an organization where people talk to each other openly and collaborate. So if you know something that I don't, then share it with me in a way that I can learn, or I can really take it on, and it will help me become a better human being or professional. Accountability, ownership. So that's one of the big one, because I've seen, and I'm sure you have seen, so many organizations where people say, it's not my fault, we didn't reach the numbers. It has nothing to do with me.
So was meant to do that. Yeah.
Yes, somebody.
So was doing that. I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Not my fault. Don't look over here. Over there. Yeah.
Have you seen the meetings where one person is in charge of, at least you think it's clear, there is an objective, and then they come to the meeting and it's like nothing is done, or it's him who should be doing it. Hey, come on, you don't do that.
And it's really difficult because you don't know where the challenge is or where the issue is. And I think that's the thing, where you have silos or where people aren't working together. And I think it comes from, it kind of comes from the management. If managers create that or allow that to happen.
Exactly.
And this is why I love the reflect methodology, is it's no blame. I don't care who did it. I don't care who, because we all have problems. We all make mistakes. It's part of being human. But I want to understand what the cause was, the 5 whys, what went down to it. How do you foster that in your teams?
Yeah, that takes time. It really takes time. And it starts with you, but it starts with your team. So what you want is your direct team. And sometimes I got frustrated, with my direct team. It's like, guys, we know what to do. I mean, I love you too. I love you all, but you need to be more, open with your teams, or unlock their potential, or be more in the questioning, So, and many times when you're under pressure, the the outcome is, I'm going to tell them what to do. It's like human being.
How do you fight against that? Because how do you craft that? Because you want to, but the minute you tell people what to do, you remove their agency to learn, in my humble opinion anyway.
Exactly right. And also I believe that strongly. And the difficulty is when you're under pressure, that's a lot of the reaction is exactly like that. And so what you need to do is keep developing yourself, and with the help of your boss, or yourself, when you realize what happens, and understand that this is not the way to do it. If you really want to have the best of your team, keep telling them, this is the direction, and you are free to do what you want to do to get there.
And how do you, on a day in, day out basis, or week in, week out basis, what actions do you take to make that a reality?
Again, it's the tough love piece. If you see it, you address it. If you challenge the people right away, when you see that they are going down the route of I tell you what to do, challenge it.
Yeah.
If you don't see it, it's not simple, because you see the result, which is not good, but it's very difficult to address if you don't see it.
How do you pick it up in your managers, so they're not replicating it in their teams? How do you spot that?
You see it if it's happening in front of you, when they talk to someone, when they send an email, you can really see it, and then you pick it up with them.
So you've got to be everywhere. You've got to have eyes everywhere. You've got to make sure that you are actively looking to find where there are areas for improvement. And it could be that, that manager isn't, nobody sets out to be a tyrant, or nobody sets out to be a micromanager or a seagull manager or something like that, but it just happens. How, when you see it, what would your conversation with them be like? I'm just really interested in like actionable things that people who are who are listening and watching can do.
Yeah. So when you see it, you pick it up and say, okay, I've just seen this. And then you unpack it with the person. So remember that I'm talking about, because this is the fine line, I'm talking about people I've already picked, right, in my team. So I believe that they are the right type of caliber, talents, agility, innovation, all the good things we talked about. And so we are fine tuning. We are not. It's not like the raw diamonds that you want to shape. You are fine tuning, and so we have already the trust. We have already the openness. We have already that direct, right? And so I can say, hey, so and so, I've just seen this. Do you realize the impact on your team?
So you're not looking at massive issues, and you just avoid. So it's really smart. You just avoid the issue by making sure you just pick your team, and you never get those people in your team. Is that